Hi, I'm BJ, and this is the Arcane Alienist Podcast. Hello, everyone. We're back from our RPG A Day 2023. Days 12 and 13. I'm closing in on closing the gap, I guess, a little bit here as I'm recording. I'm actually recording this several days in advance, so it's very close to it's the 15th, actually, but that doesn't mean this is going to come out on the 15th. This will come out on the 21st. All right. Uh, 11 and 12. 11 and did I say 12 and 13? It's 11 and 12. What did I just say? I don't know. It's getting late. Maybe I need to take a break. Number 11. What's the weirdest game you've played? Well, what makes a game weird? Is it just the circumstances of the whatever happens during the game? Is it the game system? Is it the people you're playing with? That's a loaded question. All right. Well, I think the weirdest game in terms of a game that just promotes weirdness is Dungeon Crawl Classics. It just amazingly allows weird things to happen and chaotic things to happen, and it's just great particularly because of the way magic works. There's always some weird stuff going on with tearing like yeah, I think I mentioned before in the climax of the DCC campaign. I played with Carl Rodriguez and Jason Connerly. My cleric got into a spell duel with a hag, and we both continued to roll so high as we escalated that we tore a hole open in reality. And my cleric wound up with, I think it was translucent skin and uh, some other, you know, we which means if your skin is translucent, the light goes through your eyelids. How do you close your eyes and go to sleep? Or so I guess you have to bandage up his eyes. So we didn't get into that because that was kind of the end of that campaign. But yeah, it was just a lot of weird stuff in that game. So I think Dungeon Crawl Classics definitely facilitates a lot of weird stuff. I think Hyperborea does as well because it includes some weird science and pulp sci-fi stuff along with its pulp fantasy. But definitely Dungeon Crawl Classics promotes some weird things, um, which is really great. Um, the weirdest thing to ever happen in a game, well, probably also in Dungeon Crawl Classics. Um, Probably better that I not comment on the weirdest people I've ever played with. I will say safely that any of the people I play with currently, no, it's none of them. It would be way back. But I have had my at least one experience of playing with the stereotypical guy living in the parents' basement and had no life other than gaming and um, introducing elements into the game that were kind of off-putting and creepy and uh, inappropriate at times. But I didn't last long in that group. Okay. So that's number 11, the weirdest game I've played. Um, what is an old game I still play? An old game I still play. Um, well, I still play BX. I don't have anything going on right now. Um, but I do consider, unless you poured in a couple of the optional rules, even though I kind of use um, Old School Essentials is just sort of the table reference because it's right there and it's well laid out. It is the BX rules, so I just think when I'm playing um, Old School Essentials, you're playing BX D&D, particularly if you don't use some of the other advanced rules that give you the AD&D classes and stuff like that. So that's probably the old game I still play is BX D&D from time to time. Um, of course, if you want to talk about, every edition of a game going back to the first edition of a game still being the same game, of course, it'd be D&D and Traveler are both old games that I play, D&D being the oldest. But yeah, BX D&D is is an old game I still play. Hero Quest. I still have Hero Quest. I haven't played it in a while. I've been getting sort of the new reissues. Of course, the rules haven't changed. I have BattleTech. I haven't played BattleTech in a while, but I've got some of the newer models from BattleTech. But the rules of BattleTech haven't actually changed. They just have updated the models and some of the things the physical things you put out on the table. But the rules themselves are the rules they've always been. So those are two. I guess those are more. Well, I guess Hero Quest is more of a board game, although it kind of treads into sort of a tabletop adventure game, just shy of role playing. And BattleTech is obviously a tabletop skirmish game. But those are old games I played. But the oldest D&D game, role playing game is BXD&D. All right, that's days 11 and 12. So hope you're enjoying this. As always, feel free to reach out to me by email or give me a call through SpeakPipe. And I'll be back tomorrow. Till then, everybody, take care of yourselves out there. Thanks for listening to the Arcane Alienist podcast. The music you're hearing is Come and Get It by Scott Holmes Music. The cover art is by Dave Bone. Be sure to check out his stuff at ironseer.com. You can leave me a message. I have my SpeakPipe account linked to the show description. You can also send me an email at arcane.alienist@gmail.com. Just embed a voice memo, or I'll just read the text to your email during a future episode. Once again, thanks so much for listening.